Hi, my name is Yona. I'm the after school leader at Field Teen Center, and today I'm going to be talking about The Sea is Salt and So Am I by Cassandra Hart, which I read as an ebook on the Libby app. This story gets a big trigger warning for depression, suicidal ideation, harm in general, and car accidents. So if any of those things are really upsetting for you, you might want to avoid this story because it goes into them in a lot of detail. It's also a very character-driven story, which I loved, but if you want a book that has explosions and magic and a plot to kill a king, there's not as much of that kind of thing happening here. I found it really gripping the entire time and was really invested in what these characters would do and whether or not they would start talking to each other again. But it is a much quieter kind of story with less plot and more character. Lots of angst though. So if you like that, this story has it in buckets full. It switches between the three main characters, who are Harlowe, a precocious, smart environmentalist who just really wants someone to help her save the beach and can't stop hurting the people she cares about. Her best friend and sometimes enemy, Ellis, who has a prosthetic leg from a childhood car accident and who keeps running away from his problems and sometimes people, like literally running. And his twin brother, Tommy, who is very, very depressed. And the story starts when he goes for a swim he doesn't expect to survive. He doesn't know this, but while he's in recovery after that incident, it turns out that his dog, who's the only creature he cares about and feels like loves him, is sick and dying. And when Harlowe finds this out, she feels awful. She feels really responsible because although she's really close with Ellis, his brother, she and Tommy hate each other. They really don't get along and they haven't gotten along for years. And she doesn't want him to try to kill himself again. So she throws this big welcome back party for him, which he doesn't want, and is like plotting and scheming, trying to get another girl at school to get a crush on him and kiss him or something. And when that plan doesn't work out, as she often does with her plans, she decides that she's just gonna have to do it herself, and oops, ends up falling in love with him. So the story is about the tension between the three of them, the jealousy of these two brothers, of each other, and also of Harlowe and Tommy's relationship, and how it makes, like, keeping that secret makes everything weird between them, and also her history with the two of them starts to push Ellis away in this kind of cycle that they have. And in the background, in the meantime, their town of West Finch is also like falling into the sea, quite literally, because of erosion and climate change, creating constantly more intense storms. There are always houses that are being knocked down by storms, and the main group is especially worried about the diner that is owned by Ellis and Tommy's parents. And it's kind of funny. Actually, it didn't really occur to me until just now. Their parents are split up, but they still share the diner. So it's this funny thing where they both love it, but they have separate kitchens and they do separate things in the diner. One of them does desserts and one of them does savory things, because they're just so in opposition and there's too much history and they just can't be with each other. And it kind of parallels some of the dynamics we see between these teens. So at certain points, this story might be hard for some people to read just because these characters are doing unlikable things. I really liked it. I thought it was messy in a way that real people are. I do think that this story is especially for older teens, not because of the darkness of the content, but just because it's not very straightforward and the characters are doing things that are not in their own interests. The ending is one that I had to kind of puzzle over for a while before I decided how I felt about it. So I think an older reader will enjoy it more, but I really enjoyed it. So if you're even thinking about it, I hope you check it out. I think you'll like this book if Hermione Granger was your favorite character in Harry Potter. Harlowe has a lot of moments that are very Hermione Granger core. She's got this big curly hair, she's got a cause, and she's gonna try to get the thing to happen even if she has to hand out all of the flyers by herself. This book made me want to collect a jar full of all the best beach treasures and give them to somebody, or write somebody an apology letter, or go for a really long run. And I hope these are things it makes you want to do too. Bonus content, I really enjoyed that the environmental conflict in the book is not just about the erosion and climate change, but also about plovers, which are these very cute, small shorebirds. So there's a lot of good plover content that I really liked. So check this book out for drama and angst and big, gnarly secrets that pull people together and tear them apart, and also for cute birds. If you want to get in touch with us, whether to get a recommendation for another book or to tell us what you think about this one, you can get in touch with us on Instagram or through our email, and both of those are in the description box. Thanks for watching.